Alrighty. We are back again, everyone. Welcome to PGN Live. Sometimes you just get a little bit of a hiccup, you know? We attempted to go vertical. We had a good vertical stream going. We had a nice conversation. And then, issues, right? Sometimes you just get a little bit of a hiccup. We're live now. Let me see if I wave my hand like this. Do I see myself waving my hand shortly after? Vertical stream going. We had a nice conversation. I'm just double checking. I'm like, what's the lag right now? Okay, Brian's seen. Third time is the charm. Yeah, third time is the charm. I hope so. Okay, good. Wow, there's a decent amount of delay between when I'm talking, because I experimented with like, when does my hand go up? And when do you actually see the hand go up? But yeah, we're back again. We're gonna do this one more time. Boo Mini here to say hi, but gotta get back to work at 10. So that's coming up soon for you. That's okay. I'm glad that you're here for whatever time you could be here for, Boo Mini. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. It's always one of those things that's a little bit tricky and unfortunate, kind of, when you've got, 30 people in chat or 22 people in chat or whatever it was, like at the moment that there were some technical issues. And then, everybody's gone, of course. And then when you restart the stream, I'm like, I wasn't able to see things accurately. So then that's why I opened up now a third one. Small little man. Yeah, hopefully this is it. Dang Meme Center X, the Monday Blues. I had some blue hair going on over the weekend for a little bit of time there. I'm sad I have mandatory training tomorrow at 9 to 12 Eastern, right during the Kirby Air Riders Direct. Maybe your employer will understand, hey, look, can I do this mandatory training at the same time as the direct? Can I watch and work? Can we just like put it on all over the workplace and all of the monitors so everyone could be treated to the awesomeness that it's going to be 45 minutes of Mr. Sakurai talking about Kirby Air Riders, and we could all be productive? We'll actually be more productive, with our mandatory training. I think so. Wishful thinking, perhaps. Right? You'd be down for that? You gotta ask them. Maybe they'll be like, you know what? All right, let's do it. Okay. See, this is a little bit of an interesting stream now because we had, I think, close to like 40 minutes of talking earlier. 30 or so people in the chat. 22 at the time that I closed it. So for some that pop in right now, it would be a brand new, fresh conversation, depending on how many people show up and how many people are still here from the earlier one or two that we kind of had. Technically, that other one was like a couple of seconds long. I don't want to necessarily like repeat anything. So we'll just do this. We'll stream for a few more minutes. If people want to still talk about our existing topics, we will. If there are new people that are like, hey, what's going on today? We'll do that. And we'll just see, because I've got some more time and I'm happy to talk. And whether it's more of the same or something that triggers, a new conversation, it's all good. Let's see. Small Little Man, was the stream being a vertical stream the reason it crashed? No, So it shouldn't have been a problem, but it was. I got a phone call during the vertical stream, so I just, exited out of it, and I guess that was enough to crash the stream. And the stream, despite going and making sure, okay, there is no microphone usage, there's no audio being used from the speakers, nothing like that to suck up any resources, it was having me be mute when I was trying to talk to you all. I don't know if you stopped seeing me for a little bit too, but I was reading the chat. We can't hear you. Audio issues. Can't hear you. And when I was going like this or this, I was getting some thumbs down indicating, oh no, you can't hear me. So obviously you were able to see me if you were able to do the thumbs down to kind of respond to my question, even though you couldn't hear me. You kind of got what I was saying and maybe reading my lips a little bit. So no, I guess I just cooked it, unfortunately. And I could have kept the stream going. I tried tinkering with how can I fix this right now? And it wasn't working. Tapping microphone, unmute, mute, turning the screen on, off, back and forth. Nah, I wasn't doing it. So I went horizontal, but I couldn't see myself live on YouTube or your comments. So like that one, I just cut it short after a couple of minutes. So anyways, a lot of unnecessary talk, but I want to bring you up to pace, like, well, what's going on? So I apologize if you're watching this stream live and you're like, okay, none of that stuff applied to me. Let's move on. But that is the nature of the game sometimes, a little bit of technical difficulties. Hard for me to chat a bunch since I'm working. No, it's okay. Dank Meme Center X. Sakurai about to bless the timeline. Yeah, that's exciting. Mr. Chicken Lad, hello, hello, hello there. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, the last thing I think I was talking about was, yeah, my excitement for the stuff kind of coming out of PAX West, because we're going to get to see some Nintendo Switch 2 games that we did not previously see be played. One of them being, like I was talking about before, Elden Ring. We have gameplay footage of the Nintendo Switch 2 version, but just a little bit, Now we're going to get to see, like, full on, what does the game look like? And that's going to be pretty fun. And, yeah, I'm excited for that. Glad you're able to enjoy these. Yeah, or join these, yes. What's happening today? NOA dropped Dragon Quest 1 and 2 trailer. We've got unexpected waters here. Uncharted waters. Nintendo always expect the unexpected, seemingly, with them. And that's what's pretty cool. It keeps things fun. Keeps the industry pretty cool. Varied. You kind of expect certain things from Nintendo over the years. You get used to, oh man, a February Direct, a June Direct, a September Direct. Nice. And then you get these, surprises that are thrown throughout the year. Random drops on X. Here, we're announcing a brand new movie, Legend of Zelda film. What? Mario movie sequel. Cool. Here's a Mario Direct. Huh. Here, we're partnering with Levi's for this. Hey, we're doing a Nintendo World theme park. Whoa. Like all of these things add to the fun. Now, we are not necessarily doing the big June Nintendo Direct because we just had a console that launched. And, in August, we're going to have a couple of things, a Kirby Direct here. In July, all right, we had a partner showcase. Okay, cool. We've got a Indie World presentation. Okay, like, I can appreciate the consistency of why is the audio so low? Let's find out if I could raise that and how this is. Let me see if that's better. Is that better? X Ucky Jucky? Dank Meme Center X following patterns never made sense logistically given dev cycles for projects differ year to year. You know, if Nintendo always has something in development, they could potentially, because like E3 for instance, huge event every May in the past, and then eventually every June. No, sorry, I got that flipped. It was previously every June, and then eventually every May. Good. Audio's better. Nice. Okay, good. Mr. Chickenland, audio's good for you. Developers would show up to E3, and whether their game was 35%, and they would have on that little marquee underneath the TV, 35% ready, 75% just a trailer, no gameplay footage, just a title, just to get some investors and some fans happy. Working demo, something, at least get people talking. Nowadays, without that big presentation, that a big event, I should say, you still do have like Summer Games Fest. So I did improve the audio. I don't know, it was at 50%, but I just raised it up, so it's like at a 60-ish now. You know, you have Summer Game Fest, still, okay, a June thing. You have Video Games Live, or not Video Games Live, I'm thinking of Tommy Tallarico's event. You have the Game Awards, you know, December. So you have a couple of key times a year that everybody could have something ready, or not. It's also expensive, but almost everything is. And then you have these Nintendo Directs. There's so many developers that almost at any time of the year, someone would have something ready. You know, like take Indie Mania, for instance. We've had 2 of them in these last couple of years. And at both Indie Manias, there were plenty of developers out there that had something willing to show. And kind of like the bigger your pool is, when you start talking to more people, you realize there's just that much more that you don't know about that's in development, which is pretty cool. Small Little Man with the question, do you think Sakurai will make the next Smash? I don't think Nintendo would abandon it because it sells so well, but Sakurai has been working on Kirby Air Riders. Absolutely. Do I think there will be a new Super Smash Bros. This generation? Do I think Masahiro Sakurai will be developing it? Yes. I'll go with that too. I don't think it's impossible that alongside Kirby Air Riders, or towards the end of it, he could have been doing something with Smash Brothers, maybe while someone else took over as the main director, or he could have, with somebody else, said this is kind of the direction that I think we should go, and Nintendo agreeing, and so on and so forth, and there having been some development before like he fully takes over. But yeah, I think Sakurai will be involved, or is involved already, and that we will get one. It could be a little bit further away, potentially. Would they release, just to keep Smash Brothers relevant, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch 2 Edition? No new characters, or new characters, but that takes away resources, time, and stuff like that that could be going into a sequel. But would it be enough to say, all right, the game's getting a 4K visual improvement, still locked in at 60, faster load times, rollback netcode, so some improved online fights and playing. No new stages, no new characters, no new costumes, but in addition to the 4K clarity up from 1080p, the game will have improved visual aesthetics when it comes to lighting, character models, both characters and backgrounds looking better with greater art assets, more texture, more details, more shadows, and that's it. Just to bring it up to not just 4K, but improved graphics. Then I don't think you have to redo all these contracts with all these third-party companies. You're just adding extra textures of denim and buttons and more polygons to the characters that you don't even have to necessarily call it Ultimate Edition of something that's already Ultimate or Deluxe Edition. No, it's just the base game, maybe with all of the characters added in as DLC, or maybe not, maybe like, no, you're just paying $60 for the base game, but it just looks better, runs even better, better online, but significantly improved, like remastered style texture upgrade pack and in 4K clarity. And then could that be enough for some people to buy the game all over again? Or just spend $10-20 for the upgrade when you're not getting characters, but be enough to last people in the Smash Brothers community until a proper sequel comes out in 3 years? Is it better to have a Smash Brothers game earlier in the gen or later? Whenever it's ready is kind of my answer, But there are enough Nintendo IP that I think we could wait for Smash. But I think we will get a brand new entry. I don't think it's going to be like, now introducing 105 characters total. I think it's going to be a little bit of a smaller game where initially the roster is cut down to like a base of 24, but every character feels quite distinctly different. That's one of the things that I noticed, like a lot of the newer characters added into Smash Bros. Ultimate, a lot of the DLC characters, they were very unique with their movesets. Yeah, you still have up, forward, down, and neutral, A and B, but you've got this character with this charge up, this character in which their meter goes up in this way, this one that could do this, and this one that could do that, and like totally complex, different characters. If you add that type of depth to fewer characters, it will make it feel very different, distinct, new move sets and all of that, very new intention for the base characters like Mario and Link and all that stuff. You from the get-go kind of adopt a little bit of a Street Fighter 6 model where, though not different characters, you do have, hey, Nintendo Prime, what is love, love, baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? Love is all things video games. Thank you, Nate, for the super chat, $1.99. I appreciate it. Oh, that means that you are the top donor of the stream. You like that? You like this? You like this setup? Check this out. Boom. We go Nintendo Prime. He could have. It's pretty fancy, isn't it, Nate? It's pretty fancy. Okay, it's not fancy. That's clearly a joke. But what is fancy is that donation. So thank you. I appreciate it. You've got your name on the board. Your streams are a lot cooler and more visually pleasing, Nate. But hey, you know what? Pretty fancy. Okay. This is fun. Oh wait, your name's not even fully in there. My gosh, we got it. We got to fix that up a little bit. So thank you. I appreciate it. Holy cow. I'm having some fun though. Yeah, how's that? And then we get some Microsoft Paint here. You fill in this, and then boom, you've got yourself some high quality visuals going on this episode of PGN Live. Top donor Nintendo Prime in green. Yeah. What's next? Red? We'll find out. But yeah, that's the direction that I see for Smash Brothers. And then maybe spending some more time like, okay, hey everybody, there are fewer characters. It's 24 or 32. It's not 85. It's not 100, but everybody in this 24 base roster is different. Each of these characters has a totally alternate costume. Ooh, that's cool. Not just a different color scheme, but an alt costume that looks very different, very unique. And something that we've wanted to do for a while is a brand new story mode. What if Smash Brothers? But see that this idea is so good that it could really be its own game, but a whole-on adventure mode of not just a side-scrolling kind of like retool the character stages into side-scrolling stages, but like, and not just like a World of Light. What was it called? Yeah, not just like a brawl or an ultimate, but something even bigger and better where you're 3D navigating, running around in a story mode, playing as different characters in that way, and boss battles. But that kind of idea, kind of like a Nintendo cross, think Kingdom Hearts but Nintendo. Kingdom Hearts, but instead of Disney as the IP base, Nintendo as the IP base. That would be a really sweet Nintendo game for Nintendo Switch 2. But is that too big of a mode to have in Smash Brothers, or do you make something different? But yeah, I see Smash Brothers coming back. I know that was a long conversation on Smash, but you got me talking about a very big title. Nintendo Prime, you're doing fine, Paul. It took me years to get my streams to be as, well, they are something, LOL. Your streams are definitely something. Always entertaining, always good. And you've got the bells and whistles and the super chats and the music and the lights and stuff like that. You put on a show, and it's a good show. And, one thing is talking about gaming, which you do well, but the other thing is speaking clearly and with energy to the audience and responding. And then the third thing is just the additional entertainment of what else are people seeing and interacting with and getting to do. So I think you nail all of those things very well. I like talking video games. In terms of on-screen presentation and Microsoft Paint over here. But it's okay. Hey, if people are tuning in because they have a little bit of time in the morning or afternoon and helping give some entertainment in the day and me having some additional fun, it's all good. All right, let's get to some more chats. Next year, maybe Persona or The Legend of Zelda Direct Showcase. I don't know. Dang, next year's a big one for Zelda, 40th anniversary from 1986 to 2026. It would be wonderful if towards the end of the year we had a Zelda Direct, and in that Direct showed off coming this fall, November, is for the 40th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda franchise, a full-on remake of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And coming next year, which would just be in several months, keep in mind that this Direct potentially would be at the end of the year, here's a look at the Zelda film, depending on how long they wait to show off that first trailer for the May 2027 movie, But big things are happening for Zelda in the coming years. Would I rather something big happen for Zelda's 40th anniversary in 2026 that's not Ocarina of Time remake, or wait 2 more years to 2028 for the 30th anniversary of Ocarina of Time, but know for sure that the game is getting an incredible remake that's somewhere between Resident Evil 4 and Final Fantasy VII remake levels of like, this is how much we're doing. Woo! If the 2026 idea is something other than Ocarina of Time remake, I guess it depends on just what that other would be. In this case, I would say I'll wait to 2028 to get the big granddaddy Ocarina remake if it's that much attention to detail. Unless if the 2026, which gets me some fun stuff a couple of minutes early, happens to be a visually repainted Twilight Princess remake that makes it look like the Zelda Wii U tech demo from 2011's E3. Ooh, to play through the entire Twilight Princess, but looking like that demo did from E3 2011. My goodness. Ooh, would I rather have that in 2026 or the full on super remake of Ocarina in 2028? Dang, that's a tough one. Well, playing 2 years earlier is better than 2 years later. And that visual style would satisfy me so well. Same game though, right? Just repainted over Twilight to look like that. Or Ocarina of Time total remake where like more geometry is added everywhere and Kakariko Village is way bigger and Hyrule Field is like not just repainted, remade, but like, 3 times the size, and you're getting to play as Sheik in the middle 7 years and stuff like that. And I think I'd probably still go with Ocarina of Time remake 2 years later than a Twilight Princess super remaster. Exucky Jucky, love the shirt. Thank you. I have another one that's similar to this that's gray from Nintendo. This one my wife got me. Can't wait for the Super Mario Brothers movie too. Yeah, Super Mario World, April 2026. That's not too long from now, kind of, right? 7 months? That's not bad. Small little man. I don't know if it's my internet, but I'm lagging. Hopefully it's not me. Zucky Jucky giving that clear cache or reset internet. I don't know. Dang Meme Center X also saying it's on your end. Okay. Who will be Legend Zelda live action series? Well, we do have the actor and actress for the movie. And they're on the young adult side. And I think that's a good call because they could film this Zelda movie now, have it release next May or in May of 2027, film some footage now while they look this way, while they are their current younger adult ages, for the Zelda sequel, which would be a few years later, have the first movie come out, do whatever, and then eventually start going full filming schedule for the Zelda 2 movie. But any footage that you filmed alongside the first Zelda movie, which is now, you could use as unused new footage in the Zelda sequel while the actors visibly look a little bit different. Because when you're a young adult, you start looking older much more quickly. Like from 16 to 20, you're going to look more mature. So canonically, for the Zelda 2 movie, the actor playing Link will look older by then. But if you want to have any, flashback footage of this is what happened along the Zelda movie's time that just is new footage not shown in that movie, it would be cool new footage for us to see, but that was filmed then, so they would look that age then, Smart decisions like that. Do it now. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Zelda movie. I'm excited for the Mario sequel. You're greedy, give me both. Thinking they drop Kirby Air Ride on NSO announcement tomorrow? I think so. I think it's going to get dropped today, now available, or this Thursday, the 21st or something like that. But yeah, I think that's going to be a part of tomorrow. Dank Meme Center X. Small little man. The Zelda actors are British. The whole movie. Nah. Oh, the movie's going to be good. Look at Tom Holland, British actor, great Spider-Man. Henry Cavill, British actor, great Superman. I think Link and Zelda are going to be just fine. We'll also see what direction does, Wes Ball have them go with their dialect, with their accents that they could deliver. Hmm. Am I planning on going to the Pokemon World Championship 2026, this event? No. I have some friends in Anaheim, like right now, at the event. Let's see. Small Little Man, Smash Ultimate Deluxe, and Knuckles sounds great. Aha. Dank with a total overhaul of the OG8. Then you go from there with adding current Nintendo characters like Akira Twins and Noah Mio. The amiibo I pointed at. To the fray. After that, let's get a robust story mode and revamped Smash Run. I mean, maybe. 8 might be too small. Or 12 with the selectable, like... Unless if it's... No, I think... I'm going to say 8 is too small for modern day. I was going to say maybe... Unless if you are able to unlock another 4 to 8 also on that cartridge day one, but just by playing, then maybe. Before you start making people pay or waiting months later. But I think you almost got to start with like 24. Now maybe, like I said, 8 or 12 initially with the other, right, 16 to 12 on there, just you unlock through playing. As long as it's available day one, technically. It just gives you that fun old school thing of like, you unlocked this, you unlocked that. That's cool. Of course, the internet's going to kind of spoil a little bit of that for some people if you don't want to be hearing about it. You know, back then there was a little bit more surprise factor, unless if you were really sleuthing around in magazines or you were a little bit late to a game. If you bought a game at launch, like I said, unless if you're buying a player's guide or something like that, you'd probably be surprised when you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so is the boss? Wow. There will be more Mario Project coming, but not sure yet. I think we'll get a Nintendo Direct in September and a Mario Direct in September. Japan Nintendo Direct did show more content than America. Oh, for like the Nintendo Switch 2 one. I think that at the end of the year will be a Mario. I think we'll get a Mario tease of the next big Mario project this year. I think we could see a Super Mario Universe, you know, big 3D Mario tease coming for 2026. And this year, for the 40th anniversary, just to have something new, 3D All-Stars coming back, 3D All-Stars 2, maybe, which would have Super Mario Galaxy 2 remastered, super cool. Super Mario 64 DS HD, Super Mario 3D Land HD, and call it Super Mario 3D All-Stars 2. Re-release Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Have both available on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Announce that both are a limited time. But those people that would buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars 2 could eventually upgrade it to the Nintendo Switch 2 version. You know, if they don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. So incentivize people to buy, because you saw what happened last time. Whereas 3D All-Stars, the first one, and only one right now, it only needs a little bit more to sell to hit 10 million. I just want it to be like, dude, Nintendo, just re-release it, man. Just for me to see that game hit 10 million. It's at like 9.95 million. Like 50,000 more is all that's needed. It's going to do it. Just let it happen. Bring back Super Mario 35, but as Super Mario 40. Have it otherwise be the same. Have on camera come out like Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Pratt, Jack Black for our new look. First look at Super Mario World, the movie. And then on screen come up Wario. Have a rotten day. What are you doing? This is my movie. And be like Adam Sandler playing Wario. Like, what? Get the internet shaking. Get people talking. You do that this September. You release that Super Mario Brothers 40th Anniversary Nintendo Direct on September 17th, which is Charles Martinet's birthday. So you could also say, and our legendary voice actor who's been Mario for many years, up until Kevin Afghani took over last year, Charles Martinet will also be reprising his role as Giuseppe, Mario's dad, in the film. and have an appearance by Kevin Afghani in an undisclosed role too. Like, something like that. What a happy birthday shout out to my good friend Charles. Would that be? That would be neat. I'd be very happy. Dank, with the planning phase for Smash happens right as the DLC nearly comes to conclusion with 4 to Ultimate, at least, hence you didn't get much Breath of the Wild differentiation for Link beyond the remote bombs. Yeah, we had a different final Smash with the arrow instead of the Triforce Slash, right? Between Wii U, 3DS, and Ultimate. State of Play's previous didn't show much. There's no real replacement for E3. Yeah, Dank, I agree. I love E3. Nothing will top E3. Nintendo Live was really awesome for what it was. The Nintendo Switch 2 experience was really awesome too. Solo Nintendo events, Summer Game Fest, fun. The after parties, fantastic. Jeff Keighley's after parties, the VIP section up on top of YouTube Theater, last few years in a row. I've gone to 3 of them in a row. They're terrific fun. And the event itself really good too. But yeah, like E3 was something special. I'm very fortunate to have been a part of that for as long as I was, A rumored State of Play coming end of September. Exucky Jucky. Kirby Air Riders demo to be at Gamescom. I think we're all caught up. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm hoping Assassin's Creed 2 or Assassin's Creed Shadows gets announced for Switch 2 soon. It's supposed to be coming. Maybe Gamescom? Maybe. What aspect of the OG Air Riders are you most excited to see modernized in new one? I would like to see different modes of traversal be very apparent for each person on screen and blown up even more, Like, I want to see you on ships, on motorcycle, on a hoverboard, on a star. If this game goes crazy, Link on a motorcycle or on Epona, right? Fox McCloud in an R-Wing. Like, I want to see the thing go wild. I want to see Donkey Kong on Rambi. The old game had some good variety and some characters and some ships, but I'd like to see everything just blown up. Small little man switched to mobile data. Stream is going good. Let's see what else. Tobey Maguire is better than Tom Holland, but Tom Holland has gotten better by the third film. I really like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. That's who I grew up with. I mean, that's the first live action on-screen Spider-Man for me. Then again, I liked Andrew Garfield too, and I like Tom Holland quite a bit as well. The biggest cool factor for me in No Way Home was when Tobey Maguire popped up. I was not spoiled ahead of time. I did not know that Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire were in the film, so those were legit cool surprises for me when they came on, and the Tobey Maguire pop was definitely the coolest one. Nostalgia, oldest. Who is the best of the 3 Spider-Men? They're all very different takes. I like them all quite a bit, but none are bad. They're all good. Different types of good. Maybe there is one that is my overall favorite. In terms of overall nostalgic, that goes to Tobey Maguire. If you have time, try a new Chick-fil-A menu. What do you recommend, Exucky Jucky? The roster size could be 30, then DLC down the line, Dank, for Smash. Yeah, something like that. Mustache Man, what up? I hope you had a nice weekend. Thank you. Yeah, it was a nice weekend. It was my mom's birthday on Saturday. That was fun. I hope you had a nice weekend too. New Marvel's Rival is coming and still working on. Yeah. I don't know why they gatekeep their old games with limited release. It's almost like they want fans to pirate their games. I think the limited release incentive with Super Mario 3D All-Stars was get people to buy this game in the droves now for FOMO purposes, you know? But what would have been better? Have it be available for like 5 years? Or just for several months? 5 years, you'd have it game selling long run. A few months, everyone rushing to it, but then it's done. I guess they're not hurting for money because they could have re-released it, you know. I think they could re-release it now for the 40th. At least that's what I would like to see. I wish Nintendo do a port for Astrobot. I mean, that'd be up to Sony, but yeah, Sony's going to be putting more of their stuff elsewhere. You know, they kind of had to with MLB. You already saw that on Nintendo Switch. Then, you know, thanks to Lego being the game that, you know, front runs Horizon, they got Horizon Lego on Nintendo Switch as well. Helldivers 2 going on Xbox. And then, of course, on the PC side of it, you've got Spider-Man and Uncharted and God of War, Ratchet and Clank. Plenty of PlayStation IP exclusive to them at one time. Now available on PC. Play it on Steam Deck or whatever. Astrobot, though, on Nintendo Switch, it would sell. It would be a good fit. Would they? I don't know. Maybe. Anything's possible. Sony expanding through Switch 2, but no clue yet how. Crazy Scott, what's up? Are you next Johnny Cage? Am I going to be Johnny Cage? I could be Johnny Cage. I'm not, though. But yeah. Let me be Johnny Cage. That would be fun. I would take on that role. Heck yeah. I talked to Ed Boon both this past June and a couple of years ago that, hey, if you need any serious martial arts motion capture work done for a future Mortal Kombat or Injustice game, I'm not too far away from your Burbank studios for NetherRealm Studios. I'd gladly contribute. And we had a real conversation of, we'll talk maybe. So, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but that would be pretty cool. Sony owns Team Asobo, so doubt they'll put an IP that celebrates a PlayStation brand elsewhere. Right? I would say unlikely, but not impossible, just because I saw Sonic the Hedgehog as Mario's once foe end up teaming up with Mario in a game called Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. What? I saw Sonic appear as a character in a Super Smash Bros. Title. I saw the once ferocious battle between Nintendo and Sega end up years later being a Sega Genesis controller that on the back says made by Nintendo, available for Nintendo Switch 2. Like, things happen. Rare, once inseparable from Nintendo. Sold back to themselves and purchased by Microsoft. And not done too much with in the last 23 years. J2 Blue, what's up? So even though I don't think that Astrobot's coming over to Nintendo Switch 2 anytime soon, could it happen one day? It's possible. Not the most likely. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not Johnny Cage in the new movie. 10,000 Noodles, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Will you do a stream at some point playing Mario Kart World with fans or any other game? I don't have a capture card, but I definitely could. It would be fun. Right now, I'd be holding it like this, you know, and stuff like that. So, not the best like setup, or tilted and have the TV like that. I'd have to get a capture card. I'd have to do it right. Have a TV right here instead of TV there playing. No, capture card would be the way to go. Huddy, welcome, by the way. Paul about to mocap heart removal fatalities exclusively. That'd be pretty good. What's Paul doing in the octagon? That's right. That's right. Chris Lanzer dropping some cool emojis in the chat. We never got Shenmue. It doesn't count. So it looks like we're getting Shenmue 3, though. But you fly around on a PS5 controller and Astrobot. I don't think Nintendo would like that. Yeah, right. Right. That's kind of funny. Next James Bond movie. James Bond movie. I could go for James Bond. I like the James Bond IP. I wouldn't mind being Bond. Tsukino Ame. Hi everyone. Hi. More and more folks are popping in here. I don't know how much longer we're going. This is technically the second or third in some ways stream of the day. Intended to be one and only, but as it turned out, third, just because the first one ended, phone call happened, interrupted the vertical stream. Second one started, couldn't see the chat, so I had to restart, and here we are now. I'm very curious. Can you wear kilt during daytime? I don't know. 10,000 noodles. Hey there. Okay, you're saying hey there. Okay. You know what? I'm going to be back in a moment, and I might bring a special guest. Bear with me just a second. This is going to be for you to wait so that you don't get spoiled by the special guest. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry for the wait. I don't even know if anybody's here yet. I can't see. But, special guest now present. Peach, say hello to everybody! If you came to this stream and you showed up while I was gone, and you're like, what the heck stream is this? I see like a top of a chair and a ceiling and stuff like that. What's going on here? What kind of shindig is this guy running? Well, then I apologize. But if you've been around for a little bit, then you know that the likely guest is Peach. You know what? Actually, we're going to lower that down because Peach, you're a little dog, and people want to see you. I think people want to see Peach. You know what? I could raise my chair up. Try to play with a camera angle. Oh, we've got Peach. Because she needs company. Oh, yeah. That's a good dog. Okay. Peach. Oh, yeah. You be comfy. Oh, yeah. You be comfy. Yeah. You be comfy. I brought her snacks. I brought treats for Peach. So I'm going to give her some treats. Peach. You're a wild dog. You're laying down. People want to see you. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, here we go, Peach. Here we go. Here's how we're going to get you on camera. Peach, there you go. That's a snack for you. Usually you get snacks by super chats. But I'm giving you snacks just because I love you. You're a good girl. Let's see. Let's read the comments while I was gone. Let's see. What did I say? Okay. Kirby Direct tomorrow should be fascinating, Huddy. Yeah, 45 minutes. There's a lot to go over for sure. Kilts can be worn at any time if you have confidence. 10,000 noodles. Yeah, that's true also. Tsukino Ame, Mr. Black was looking for you yesterday. Oh, to noodles. Fan stream, yeah. Dog just came in to steal my food. Oh wow, 10,000 noodles. We've got 2 dogs. We've got 2 dogs right here now. We've got Peach and your pup. High fan and air conditioner. Yes. It's actually nice weather today. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be hot. It's 10:48 right now. It'll probably warm up. That Metro statue is cool. Thank you. I love that Samus Aran one. He's wagging his tail. I'm not drunk. I know he's only after one thing. Yep, need food. Oh, need more poster? Yeah, this wall could use some space. I mean, could use some, like, posters and stuff like that. Chris, with the hi, Peach. Oh, you heard a hi? You heard Chris Langer say hi? Yeah, he says hi. Exucky Chucky, yeah, I'm good. I just, you know, I was bringing Peach earlier. Tsukino Ame with a hi, Peach. How are you today? Well, how are you, Peach? How are you? She's good. She's good. She's good. You want to be Boomerang? You want to be a Boomerang? I scratch her right here, and she like just folds over like that. She just folds over. She's cute. Would be nice to do some trick. She could do some tricks, but ooh, with the way I have it right now. Okay, Peach, sit. Sit. No, I am sitting, dummy. Speak. Whoa. Speak. Speak. This is not the time. It's not the setup. She could do some fun things. She could dance. You know, I'm just gonna do this. She could dance, give high fives, low fives / shake, but not shake for too long. She doesn't like her paws being held too much. Lay down, spin around, do this fun thing where you hold out your 2 hands and like she'll put her paw on which hand she thinks the food is in and stuff like that. And she could speak. But like right now, being on my lap, it's a little bit of an awkward position. It's not flat, you know. Got 2 legs and stuff like that. So we're just watching. We're just having some ASMR of some dog crunching into the microphone, and hopefully that's okay with you. You get to watch Peach just enjoy her snacks. Let's see what else we got. A dog ate your SD card. Oh no. Small little man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. Wait. Yeah, I guess that's no fun. Dog loved the licks. Yeah. She'll go for my ears. It's like her favorite thing. I don't know. Do they smell good? And that's why she wants to constantly lick my ears? Or are they not good and that's why she's trying to clean me? I'm not sure. J Biggs, Mr. NY for life. What's up? What's up? We're talking about the Kirby Air Riders Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Talk a little bit about Gamescom. Talk a little bit about PAX West. You know, we got to see first-time gameplay footage of people having fun with Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, we talked about Elden Ring earlier, but Remake too. Well, you know what, Peach? I just realized. Let me put this in my hand because that might be a little bit shallow for you. There we go. Pokemon Fan 34, hi. Yes, Peach is here. Would be nice. Sing a song. Well, I did sing a little bit of What is Love earlier because Nintendo Prime donated in the chat. So I did that. Can she speak? Yeah, she could speak and dance, but not on my lap. Not gonna happen. It's too awkward of an angle for her and stuff like that to be in. I used to shave my head and I'd wake up to my cat licking it. It felt like sandpaper. Yeah, cat's got that sandpapery kind of tongue. That's funny. That's funny. Nintendo All-Stars. Hello, hello. That's it, Peach. Those are your snacks for this morning. She's looking that clean, that's for sure. Yeah, you look it clean, Peach. You clean it good. Well, I hope you're all enjoying the stream. More people are in here now. Oh, now you can't see her. More people are in here now than before, but we've also covered all of the things that we were going to talk about, really. Yeah, everyone's popping in now. Some of you have been here from the beginning, from like the first stream, the vertical one. So, I don't know. If you have more that you want to talk or speculate on, go for it. If you're new to the stream now, hey, we could rewind to our conversation earlier. This chat could kind of go wherever you would like to because, you know, at this point we've had, you know, close to a couple of hours, I guess. And it's been a lot of fun, but we'll see how much more you want to talk about, whatever. I spent the morning going to war on GameFAQs, complaining that there is a Kirby Direct instead of Metroid Prime Direct. Killed lots of time at work doing that. JFix, I think there'll be in a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Direct eventually, or it will have a significant part in the next Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, or Nintendo Direct overall, I should say, probably. But I think we'll get I think we'll get to see it both in a general and in its own presentation. I'm still going with November 20th as this is when I think the game's coming out. Pokemon Fan 34, you're at the gym. Awesome. Very good to hear. J2 Blue, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this the first time Nintendo has been back at Gamescom? Officially, like, out on stage with games to show off. Boom, boom, boom. Been a while, yeah. What flavor of dog treats does Peach like? My old cat Roger liked chicken flavored cat treats. She likes just about anything, like beef flavored, chicken flavored. There's these things called like mint bully sticks. I was wondering if she was going to react to that. Like she loves those a lot. Yeah, she likes a lot. Boomini. Okay, talking to 10,000 noodles. J Biggs, Risky was here. Maybe we can team up and complain about Kirby together. Let's see. Would be nice have Roaster, Paul. Rooster? Like a... You like that? She's giving me funny faces when I'm doing rooster. Rooster flavored food? Or nice to like have a rooster like as a pet or animal. Give her bacon flavored? Oh yeah, she likes bacon flavored. That's another one. Talk at the gym, imagine battling more so than a treadmill or deadlifts. Okay, so some of you talking with each other. It's good. It's good. I'm glad to see that the conversation is going without me and you're all having fun together, just seeing if anything is directed towards me. Taking a break to hang out here while you should really be working, J Biggs. Oh, that's good. I mean, work is important, but video game discussion and live streams kind of more important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if both could be handled appropriately, go for both. Your friend has a rooster for a pet and take outside to walk. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Exucky Jucky. Can Peach do a dance? She can, but not on my lap. She can't do it here. I'll probably have to do like a vertical or horizontal, whichever, live stream one time on my phone with the tripod or something outside on the grass or the cement or in the kitchen or living room or something. So it's on the flat floor, so it's like she could show off her moves, you know, but not the way it is now. Let's see, Tsukino Ame. He just needs homemade cookie and a hug, and then they'll be happy. Good comments. I realize, like, y'all can't even see Peach now. She's just laying down on my lap, and she's got her head on the desk. Can I prop this chair up more? You know what, Peach? The people want to see you. The people want to see you because you're the star of the show. Okay, Peach. Now we're higher up. Now, I think if you lay down, you could be visible. So you could be comfy. But your cute little face could entertain the chat. Yeah. Well, folks, we're going to be streaming for the next 3 hours. And all I'm going to be doing is just holding little Peach here. And that's it. No more game talk. Just holding Peach as she eventually sleeps, rocking her back and forth like the baby she is. She's going to be 2 years old this December. We got her like a little bit before Valentine's Day. It was basically a Valentine's present for my wife where we picked her out together, and then the four of us went and got her, and she was 8 weeks old, like on the dot, on the day when we got her. Hey. Yeah. So she'll be 2 in December, and we will have had her for 2 years in February. Let's see. Can Peach do a dance? Yes, but not like right now. My friend had a pet duck, 10,000 Noodles says. He acted like he was one of their dogs. It was awesome. See, that's really cool when you raise a couple of animals together and they're buddies and one adopts the nature of the other. So you see like cats doing uncharacteristic things for them that's very dog related, or dogs acting like cats with where they go or how they stretch, or you know, a bunny acting like a cat, or a duck acting like a dog, or dog acting like a cow, or whatever. Like you see all these cute animal videos online and stuff, and it's really fun. Are able to raise the volume? Yeah, so I'm a little bit farther from the microphone than I was earlier because now I got Peach with me, so hopefully that's a little bit better. Because I'm a little bit farther away and higher up. So hopefully that helped out. You saw Peach's tail? Yeah. Let me know if that helped out the volume, Michael Gutmann. Is this another stream or the same one from this morning? It's a continued stream from this morning because this morning's vertical one got interrupted when somebody called, and that just cut the audio out, and I wasn't able to get the audio back on the iPhone. So yeah, that's what happened. Happy birthday. You have a family. If that was to me, 10,000 Noodles, thank you. I mean, my birthday was last month, but still, thank you if that was towards me. Yeah, and I love my family. That includes you. You got people, family, you know, my wife, son, daughter, mom, dad, in-laws, and cousins and stuff. Friends, of course. Friends can be family. You've got your pets, Mario and Peach. Yeah. Happy birthday, Peach. Hey, this December, she's going to be 2. Pokemon Fan 34. You love animals too? Yeah. Otters and dogs make good friends as well. Otters are basically wet dogs to begin with. 10,000 noodles. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, otters, they're really cute. You see some awesome videos of otters and sea lions too, I guess, right? Yeah. Yeah, she's being a very good little lapdog. I wonder if she'll fall asleep or if me talking is going to keep her awake. All right. What else? Because we talked quite a bit about Kirby Air Riders, Smash Brothers, what to look at Gamescom, or what are we excited about Gamescom, and PAX West, as well as some speculation on the Super Mario Brothers Direct and the next Nintendo Direct in general. A little discussion on Zelda movie, Mario movie. Geez, we handled a lot. We covered a lot. She's tucking herself in me. That's cute. Boo Mini, what question? What question do you have? Let's see, I try to hit every question. If I missed it... Oh! I didn't see that one. Oh, I didn't see a couple. Oh, it was after the give her bacon flavored, which I said, yeah, she likes bacon. Boo Mini with the, are there 2 Paul Gale networks? One with brown hair and one who's in unhinged with blue hair. The world deserves answers. No, it's one and the same. Yeah. All 4 of us dyed our hair with this temporary blue stuff that I have on Saturday, and it was pretty cool. So I'll tell you what I have the blue for. It's going to eventually happen. So this summer, I had the full intention of I am doing my Dragon Ball Z sequel video. And the first one came out in 2012. Yeah, the first Dragon Ball video, Super Saiyan Transformation, came out 2012. I went from brown hair to blonde hair. Hardcore workout series, perfect diet series, 11 weeks. This is what my body was able to transform into. Cut the video, awesome. Normal Goku, Super Saiyan Goku. And I thought this summer would be great to do a sequel. So I started working out right, I started eating right, I started getting the gains, and then I got hit with in order for this little injury of yours, of mine, to heal completely, I have to basically stop working out. If I trigger the pain, it's like cutting open a scab on your arm. The wound will not heal. So basically do nothing for 4 to 6 weeks. Doing nothing is hard. So really cut it down. Okay, I could do that. Try my best. So I really cut it down. Didn't start like pigging out necessarily because I was still able to try to do a pretty good job with like food. But workout wise, that's the other part of the equation when it comes to, you know, getting this Super Saiyan video sequel. And I had to like stop a lot of the exercise component and, you know, the diet. Pretty good overall, but just not quite the same as the intention. So I bought these hair colors though in advance because I was like, I'm going to go with brown to blonde, blonde to pink, pink to blue, blue to silver, to go in this order of Goku transforming once every few weeks in reality, but in the video over a few seconds of going from, you know, basic brown hair to blonde to pink to blue to silver, all within a couple of minutes, boom, and have this cool video. But I had to let my leg heal. It's not 100%, but it's quite improved. And eventually I'll continue from where I left off. It's just a little bit delayed. Do you want to just get down? I think she wants to get down. All right, bye, Peach. Thanks for the company. Shoop. Okay. I'm back down to normal height. Now I don't know if the microphone is a little bit too loud because now I'm normal height and normal distance, so you'll have to let me know if I'm too loud now. But Boom Mini, all that going off. No, it's just one Paul Gale network. J Biggs, felt like trolling this morning, but yeah, it really did annoy you. Got that thread at 8 pages and 120 replies. Okay, you're talking to Pokemon fan. The feather variety, boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we're scrolling down. She's got her toy, I could hear it. Okay, let's see. I was talking about Peach being adopted on her birthday. Yeah, December she was born, and we got her 8 weeks later on February 4th, 2024. Yeah. She's a good little dog. She's grown a lot. She's 25 pounds now. She's nice, chunky. Very active, runs very fast, but she grew into herself. She's got good depth. Density. She's a dense dog. One of your favorite animals is the capybara. They're so cute. Tsukino Ame. Yeah, those are cute. Those are cute. But Minnie, did you have any other pets besides your lizard? Charmander, I remember. 10,000 Noodles, not a Kirby fan. To me, the sooner this is over, the sooner we get Smash. Yeah, we'll get Smash eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if Masahiro Sakurai is working on it in some capacity, while someone else took the lead, bouncing ideas off of each other. But yeah, something's got to be happening with Smash Bros. It'll happen eventually. Still have never seen gameplay of the original Kirby's Air Ride. I have no idea what it's like or if it's even good. You can check it out on YouTube. Type in Kirby's Air Ride. I think we'll get first Kirby Air Rider on Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack between tomorrow and Thursday. I think it's likely. I'm hoping for a collection with Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario 3D Land, and New Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and Wii. Ooh, that would be a big collection. That would be cool. Boom Mini is responding. Your mother-in-law sent us another alligator lizard on August 1st, so now we have a baby lizard, Ray. Oh, cool. It's like he came at the right time because Charmander passed last Tuesday. Yeah. Also, you had both for a little bit, huh? Did you scream for an episode and half just powering up? Kind of. 10,000 Noodles, have you ever seen the original video? If you look on my channel, Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Transformation, you'll see it. Ultra Instinct would immediately bonk me upon my arrival. 10,000 Noodles. Okay, that was a conversation between you guys. You all hear the toy? Yeah, she's just chomping down there. Okay, we're caught up. We're caught up again. Let me see if this volume is still okay. Still okay, by the way? Something's a little bit different. Am I lower? No, I'm not lower. Am I? No. Something's lower when I can see that this is on screen. Not that it's a bother. I mean, if it sounds better, so be it. But usually, you don't see it, and you still get a little bit of today's shirt, which is Super Mario Brothers anniversary shirt. Well, I don't know about anniversary, but a Super Mario Brothers shirt. Correction, I loved what I played of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. A really good game. The game surprised me because I don't do a lot of platformers. It was just fun. Yeah, I actually already have the $20 DLC Star-Crossed Allies thing loaded up because I don't need to purchase the whole cartridge all over again, like spend $80. Like, no, I got my fair time's worth out of the game on Nintendo Switch between my kids, their files, my wife playing, me playing, 2-player co-op, us beating the game, and leveling up the powers and stuff like that. It's like, I know it's a very worthwhile $60 game, and for $20 more, getting the upgraded visuals and frame rate and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. But really, it's a mini sequel. It's DLC. It's an improvement to the original game, adding stuff to it, making it look better, run better, all that. But also, brand new areas to explore, and new copying abilities, and new gameplay segments and stuff. So, like, yeah, I want to do that. Will it be worth the $20? Probably. If anything, only $19 actually. So what I do is I go to GameStop, and GameStop has 5% off of any digital eShop card or other card for Xbox or PlayStation that you buy. So you get a $20 eShop card for $19, and then you use your credit card to make the purchase, and you get like 2% cash back on any purchase. So off of that $19 card, you get 38 cents back. So you end up spending $18.72 for the Kirby Air Riders, or for the Kirby and the Forgotten Land DLC. $18.72, worth it. Just how you budget life and make the most sense that you can. Boo Mini, what do you want for the Ocarina of Time remake art style? Okay. The ultimate thing that I would like eventually is to have a total Zelda game look like the Legend of Zelda E3 2011 playable demo for Wii U. That E3 2011 tech demo that I got to play was so fantastic, and that was on old tech. I want a new Zelda game to look like that, and then some, because now it would be of even higher visual fidelity and a greater resolution, right? If they went with that for Ocarina of Time, I'm sold. Super crisp, ultra realistic, but Nintendo's own take on it, much like they did in that demo for the whole Ocarina of Time. Make the game three times larger, so I don't need Hyrule Field to be as big as Breath of the Wild's, but bigger than it was. So not a 1-to-1 remake, but like 3 times the volume, more expansive and stuff like that. That would be cool. Or not cel-shaded, but a polygonal look that makes it look like all of the art assets. Like if you look at the old school art of Link fighting Ganondorf, it was hand drawn, but can you make it look as close to that hand drawn style as possible, but it not necessarily be a cel shaded game like Wind Waker, and not quite like Breath of the Wild either, but its own unique art style. So it's a polygonal look in 4K, but looking like the art of those environments. Out of the old players' guides and promotional material. Yeah. Good question. I love Ocarina of Time, and just give me the remake, but take your time with it. If it's ready in the grand scheme of how you would like it to look, Nintendo, this fall, I mean not this fall, too early, for the fall, November of 2026, for the series 40th anniversary, awesome. If you need more time to let it cook, to be fully realized and be somewhere in between the level of like Resident Evil 4 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake in terms of scope and stuff like that, but it comes out in 2028, so be it. I'll wait. You're worried about your mic picking up you, and instead it's picking up the dog playing in the background. Yeah, you know. It's true. I don't know about fishing. I know about reptiles, rabbits, and small animals. I heard that powdery substrate is good. Okay, talking that DLC looks beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I love that whole blue in the Kirby in the Forgotten Land, like coming over. It's pretty sweet. Michael Gutmann, see you later. Tsukina Ame, see you later. $30 for Xenoblade DLC is the best 30 I've ever spent. Nice. I'm glad it was worth it. Future Redeemed, yeah, specifically. I hope they put proper pants on Link in the Ocarina of Time remake. Yeah, young Link just has like the kilt. Adult Link has like the white kind of tights, sort of. Don't let Tetsuya Nomura write the story. Remake might be good. What else we got? Should Ocarina of Time remake be open world? Open world? You'd have to retool how you do certain things, like escaping with the horse here, racing over there. This thing not quite available yet because you don't have this item. Does that allow you to climb over anything? Do you have a jump button? I would say open world, but as long as you are also then modifying, of course, the original tasks and puzzles slightly, yeah, it would be nice to have everything more seamless. I mean, technically, Ocarina of Time is open world in a way, is just a little bit more limited by, 1998 architecture on a 1996 machine with, 1994 components in it, and we've come a long way. We're light years away from that, and what is capable today. CPU levels are so much more powerful, GPU as well, so they could do a whole lot. But yeah, initially they were supposed to be quests to upgrade Mass and Ocarina, and you'd keep them instead of pointless trade quests, and the temple medallions worked like magic spells. The original ideas for the games were better. I could see them going pretty darn big in this game. And I say go for it. Knock our socks off. This is a special game. It's also why, sometimes like there's this sense of rush, gotta have it now in the video game industry amongst fans on the internet. Like, I don't understand. The 25th anniversary, why didn't they do something? It's 40. How come they didn't do something? Dude, Nintendo's going to be around for a few hundred more years, right? 1,000 years. Like, however long we have as a civilization on Earth before our planet goes kaput or whatever, Nintendo's going to be around. Just because they don't do something for the 38th anniversary or 40th doesn't mean that they won't for the 50th or the 100th. Now, I'm pretty sure they don't have right now plans on like, yep, we're saving this game for the 100th. No, they're operating in the here and now, but they also have some kind of timeline probably of like, 3, 4 to 10, 15 years in advance. There's certain things that we will do, certain trend. Here's some things, wait and see. There's time. There's time for things to come around. Could they ever do, an Ocarina of Time remake now and then, in 30 years do it again? Yeah, it's going to be a whole new generation of people. Whole new generation of people that are alive then that aren't born now. How much more will technology evolve between now and then? Could the Ocarina of Time remake, in 50 years or in 60 years be in a completely different tech? Not just, okay, now it's running in 50K, but, we have like super full-on realistic holograms on our living room floor and stuff like that, and that's how you're playing it. Like, the gaming industry and everything is so long that we just have so long to live as a society and entertainment that companies aren't necessarily in a rush to do everything, even though we're like, hey, give us the 25th, give us the 30th, give us the boom, boom, boom. Like, there's time. Of course, I might not be around in 60 years, you know? I'm 42. So I guess I could be around in 60 years. 102. Be that 102-year-old, like, great-grandpa or something like that who knows all this video game history lore and still playing and stuff. Like, that's how I want to be. This is why you don't think the Zelda team would be behind any potential remake for Ocarina. Interesting. Have you ever seen Ocarina randomizers? How R-Wings are in the enemy pool? Yeah. Those were used by the devs to test the flight of Twin Rover. Uh-huh. They're murder if you're attempting a no-hit run. Interesting. Boom Mini. What do you think Nintendo plans to do with Twilight Princess? Because so far, we don't have that available to play on Switch. So what I think is that since more time took place between the Wii U Twilight Princess HD and now than the original Twilight Princess on Wii and GameCube to the Wii U port, I don't think they're just going to give us Twilight Princess on Nintendo Switch and call it a day and say, yep, here's the Wii U build, enjoy. I think they're going to go bigger on it. More time has passed from the Wii U version to now than the original to the Wii U version. I know I just said that a moment ago, but I wanted to emphasize, like, that's wild. If you just release the game in 1080p and that's it, it's going to be like, that's it? No. I mean, it could. And maybe it's like, okay, available on Nintendo Switch 1080p and on Nintendo Switch 2 in 4K. And that's it. 60 frames per second. We improved that. All right. But I'm like, nah. Take your time a little bit more. And maybe next year, you know, for the 40th anniversary, if it's not a brand new Zelda game, which I don't think it's going to happen yet, or if it's not Ocarina of Time full-on remake, which would be my first choice, unless that, like, Ocarina of Time is saved for 2028 for that game's 40th anniversary, I think next year could be, wishful thinking a little bit, but still realistic enough, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess remaster, which gives it a full repainting, a completely new look, but a little bit more than Metroid Prime Remastered, and it gives us that E3 2011 Zelda tech demo, which is a very fitting art style, because that was kind of based off of Twilight Princess Link and that kind of darker setting, you know, in the temple with a spider and all that. And that would feel completely like a new game. And if they didn't add anything to it, no story addition, you know, just find the controls, you know, a little bit tighter or snappier camera or something like that. It runs in 60, right? But overall, just a repainting of the game and all of its textures, its polygon models, its resolution, draw distance, etc., but is overall the same game. That would be terrific. That would be tremendous. You start doing too many gameplay additions and stuff like that, then it's like more remake than super remaster. But that's what I love for Twilight Princess. And I think it's possible. Twin Rova, the Fire Temple boss. I love Twin Rova. That was such a great boss. Volvagia, too, is another one that I really click with well. Super cool and flowing around. I think I gotta take Peach outside. She hears something outside, so maybe don't take her outside. I'll probably end the stream soon. Okay, Peach, you're okay. TP wasn't even hinted at in the GC NSO reveal. Yeah, so maybe we're getting something cooler. The KG, hey buddy, hope you're doing well. Thank you, hope you're doing well too. Handed to people who did the Metroid Prime Remaster? Yeah, I mean, at the very least, like, okay, if Twilight Princess didn't get this grand, awesome E3 2011 tech demo upgrade, but got the Metroid Prime Remastered upgrade, I would be pretty content with that. That would be pretty sweet, because that was a significant improvement. That did look different. It wasn't just the old game with a little bit of texture work and more clarity going from 480p to 1080p. No, it was it looks noticeably improved. Not quite like a Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. That was more like a remake, but yeah. All right, potentially the last question. Peach, I'll be right there. Any chance we'd get another Zelda game in the same year as Age of Imprisonment, since Age of Imprisonment is more of a spin-off? If Age of Imprisonment comes out this fall, I think there's too little a time, too condensed to have Age of Imprisonment and like Ocarina or Twilight Princess be released this year. Unless if it's just a very basic port of an older Zelda game or something like that, then maybe. But like a brand new Zelda game or a brand new heavy remaster / heavy remake of a Zelda game and Age of Imprisonment, not in 2025. 2026 though, if Age of Imprisonment is like a February, March 2026 game, then I definitely think you could have two in the same calendar year. Very early 2026 is that, and November is the big, beautiful Zelda heavy remaster, modified remake, whatever kind of game, Dog smell, mailman. Yeah, maybe. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it for the stream. I hope you all had fun. Again, this is a stream kind of like the other ones recently where I didn't put up a designated time, so there was no see you all at 12 p.m., see you all at 10 a.m. or whatever kind of like heads up. I just went live and we had what we had and you're all in here. But that was fun. We have been streaming on this particular one for a good 92 minutes. Some of you have been here from the very beginning when we were in our vertical stream. We've got 16 likes, 9 currently watching. Now it's slipping to 8. It's okay. People are bouncing because it is the end. So thank you for still being here. Thank you for the likes. Now we went up to 10. See, now more people are showing up. So do we end? Yeah, I guess we'll end. Might be back on later on. Thank you, Nintendo Prime, for being the top donor of the stream. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you all for watching, talking, hitting that like button. You're not annoying 10,000 noodles. Just talking and having a good time. J Biggs, Mr. NY for life later, Paul. I actually had to work for the last few minutes. Yeah, so don't get in trouble with the boss, with the workplace. That's all good. Okay. The Cringe Prophet. See you guys. Oh, the Cringe Prophet. I didn't know if you were here, so well, hopefully you were here long enough that you had a good enough time. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Once again, thanks a lot. This was fun. Sooner than later, I'd like to give you all a known time and pick a better time or times to do these. For now, they've been a little bit random, but it's been fun. It's been good talking, and I'll catch you all later. Take it easy.